Okay, so in the previous lecture, we have discussed about the central idea and what we are going to discuss in this unit, that is optical detector, right? So, while discussing the third unit already, we have discussed that there are basically three phenomena. Which are those? Absorption, spontaneous emission, and stimulated emission, right? So if someone asks you on LED, basically there are two types of optical sources that we have discussed. I'm talking about the sources, LED and laser. So LED works on the spontaneous emission, laser works on the stimulated emission, and optical detectors, that means which converts the light input into a electrical signal, into its equivalent electrical signal, that is a optical detector, right? So all types of optical detector, whether it is a pin diode, avalanche diode, phototransistor, photodiode, anything, okay, any type of optical detector works on a principle of absorption. Okay, so these three phenomena you have to remember. If someone asks you on which principle LED works, you should say it's a spontaneous emission, right? If someone asks you on which basic principle laser works, and also in the full form of laser also there is a word stimulated emission, right? So laser works on the stimulated emission principle. And if you talk about the detection or detector optical detection principle, so it's based on the principle of absorption, right? What do you mean by absorption? That all of you know. The electron is at the valence band. Valence band, that means you can say low energy level, and when it will receive the photon, it will gain energy, it will get excited and it will go to the conduction band or higher energy level. That's the phenomena of absorption. And on this principle, the basically optical detectors works. Okay, now what are the different types of optical detectors you can have? So there are photoconductive types of optical detectors, then photovoltaic types of optical detectors are there, and photoemissive types of optical detectors. So these are the basic three categories of optical detectors that are available in the market. Okay, now what do you mean by photoconductive type? So in this photoconductive type, the incoming light that produces free electrons which can carry electrical current, so the electrical conductivity of the detector material changes as a function of the intensity of light, right? That means the electrons primarily at valence band condition, and whenever it receives the photon, now what do you mean by photon? That is nothing but the light. As there is number of photons, that means there is a intense light, so maximum electrons will jump to the conduction band and you will get the maximum current. This is a very simple principle of absorption, or you can say it's a basic principle of photoconductive effect. That is one and the same thing. Absorption or photoconductive effect, one and the same thing. This is the photoconductive type of optical detectors. Then you have a photovoltaic type of optical detectors. Now what you have in the photovoltaic type? So basically this photovoltaic detectors that contains a junction in the semiconductor material, right, between a region where the conductivity is due to electron and the region where conductivity is due to that PN junction. And in this case, the voltage is generated as a resultant output, right? So there is not any much difference between the photoconductive and photovoltaic. Only difference is in case of photoconductive, the current is the resulting output, and in case of photovoltaic, voltage is the resultant output. This is the only difference. Now next and third type is photoemissive, right? What do you mean by photoemissive? So these photo emissive detectors, or these types of detectors, that are basically a photoelectric effect, or it is based on the photoelectric effect. What is that photoelectric effect? So when the photons or the incident photons that are absorbed, or that are being absorbed by the electrons, right, which are the present in the valence band, then that electrons will gain the energy and it will jump into the conduction band, right? And as well as that electrons which has already received the energy, that free electrons will again stimulate some other electrons also, right? So this is a photo emissive principle. Now this is the working conditions of photovoltaic. So you can have the circuit. Okay, so it's a symbol of photo detectors, similar to the diode, but you can hear, or you can see one condition. Always remember, photo detectors are always used in a reverse bias condition, not forward bias condition, right? Photo detectors are always used in a reverse bias condition, okay, not forward bias condition. So here is a zero bias operation. So what will happen whenever you have that photo diode with you, whenever the light incidents on that diode, then to amplify that, we have simply used here a inverting amplifier. Okay, here we have used the inverting amplifier. So whenever there is a light pulse, so with the provided gain by that amplifier, you will get the inverted output, because we are using the inverting amplifier. So this is how the photo conductive diode works, and that resultant output is it is in the form of current, right? समजतंय का? तो करंटच्या फॉर्म मध्ये असणार आहे. इट डझंट मीन देर इज absence of voltage. No, current and voltage are the, what we can say, cumulative terms. When there is a current, there is a voltage. Okay, but basically it produces the current. Okay, then this is again third type of photoconductive diode, so with some negative bias and provided all that. Okay, why that bias is provided here? To change the phase, because as we are here, we are using the inverting amplifier, op amp as an inverting amplifier. So it, you will get the reversed phase output. So if you want to change the phase, then you have to go for this extra circuitry. Okay, so that you will get the similar phase. This is the diagrammatical representation of that photo conductive principle. Okay, this is the reverse bias condition of photo or your PN junction diode. Okay, then, and always remember, any kind of photo detector or photo diode, we are operating in a reverse bias condition only. Okay, in a reverse bias condition only. So these are the some extra information, junction capacitance and all that. Okay, now first we are going to discuss about the types of optical detectors that we have in our syllabus. That is, we have a PIN type of photodiode, then avalanche photodiode. Okay, then you have a PN photodiode. Okay, so these are the different types of optical detectors that we are going to study, and along with this, we supposed to study the characteristics and some electrical parameters such as response time, then efficiency, then quantum efficiency. Okay, these are the some electrical parameters also that we are going to discuss in case of PIN, avalanche, and you have a photo transistor also. Okay, so basically these three are the photo detectors that we can use in case of optical detection principles. Okay, so in this figure you can have just look on the practical PIN photodiodes that are available in the markets. So on the right hand side you can have different types of photodiodes, PIN type of photodiodes. Now what is that I and all that, that we will discuss while while we will discussing the principle of operation of this PIN photodiodes. Okay, so from next lecture we will discuss PIN photodiode, then avalanche photodiode. Okay, its characteristics, electrical characteristics, response time, then quantum efficiency, okay, all that. And after that, the last point will be the phototransistor. Okay, so for today we will stop here. In next lecture we will start our discussion with this PIN photodiodes and its working principle. If you have any query or doubt regarding the basic three types of optical detectors, that is photoconductive, photovoltaic, and photoemissive. Okay, these are the basic three types of optical detectors that we have discussed today, along with its working principle and all that. If you have any query, you can ask me right now.